Welcome to my channel Old Gold Coins. Today videos is one you want to miss. We're diving into the world of coins, so let's get it started. The coin in the image is a 1977 Canadian 1-cent coin, a small denomination of Canadian currency that was in circulation until the Canadian penny was officially phased out in 2013. This coin is rich in historical and numismatic significance. Here's a detailed 20-minute paragraph-style explanation about this coin. The 1977 Canadian 1-cent coin, often simply referred to as a Canadian penny, is a part of Canada's iconic and long-running small denomination coinage that features the symbol of Canadian national identity, the maple leaf. Minted by the Royal Canadian Mint, this coin represents an important period in Canadian numismatic history. The obverse side, not shown in this image, features the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machen, which was used on Canadian coinage from 1965 to 1989. It shows the Queen facing right, wearing a tiara, and is accompanied by the Latin inscription Elisabeth Segundo de Injure, meaning Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen. The reverse side, shown clearly in the image, displays two maple leaves on the same twig, a design that was created by Kruger-Gray in 1937. The initials KG seen to the right of the leaf stand for his name. This design is symbolic of Canada's natural heritage and national pride. The coin is dated 1977, indicating its year of mintage. Made of 98% copper, 0.5% tin, and 1.5% zinc. The 1977 penny has a mass of 3.24 grams, a diameter of 19.05 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.55 millimeters. Its composition gives it a reddish appearance, which is typical of copper-based coinage. During this time, millions of these coins were struck for circulation. Specifically, over 453 million 1-cent coins were minted in 1977, making it a common year for the series. Though its condition and errors such as double die or off-center strikes can add value for collectors, the edge of the coin is plain, smooth, without any ridges, and the design remains unaltered from earlier years, highlighting Canada's commitment to consistent symbolism in its monetary tradition. The coin's widespread circulation and use throughout Canadian society made it a daily part of life for decades. It was used for small purchases, given as change, tossed into fountains, and often collected by children. Despite its low face value, this coin holds nostalgic and historical value for Canadians. It represents an era when physical currency played a central role in daily commerce before digital transactions became dominant. For coin collectors, numismatists, the 1977 Canadian penny offers a combination of artistic design, cultural symbolism, and historical continuity. It is often collected in uncirculated or proof conditions, with higher value placed on coins with minimal wear, original luster, or known mint errors. In recent years, with the discontinuation of the penny in Canadian currency in 2013, due to the cost of production exceeding its face value, coins like the 1977 1-cent have gained increased attention among collectors and nostalgic citizens alike. The Royal Canadian Mint ceased distributing pennies on February 4, 2013, and businesses were advised to round transactions to the nearest 5 cents. This historical moment marked the end of the penny's everyday use, transforming coins like the 1977 cent into collectible artifacts of a bygone era. For collectors or historians, each coin tells a story not only of its metal and design but of a nation's evolving economic practices, cultural identity, and artistic heritage. Holding a 1977 Canadian penny is like holding a piece of Canadian history in your hand, echoing an age when coins jingled in pockets. Children saved them in piggy banks, and maple leaves weren't just on flags, but on every cent exchanged from coast to coast. If you'd like the current value of this coin or want help identifying rare varieties or errors like double die, repunched date, etc., I can provide that too. The coin shown in the image is a 1981 Canadian 1-cent coin, often known as a penny. This coin is a classic example of Canada's now discontinued lowest denomination currency. Though it may appear small and simple, this 1-cent coin holds great historical, cultural, and numismatic significance. Below is a long and detailed explanation suitable for a 20-minute paragraph reading. The 1981 Canadian 1-cent coin is a symbolic and tangible piece of Canada's monetary and cultural heritage. Issued by the Royal Canadian Mint, this coin represents both the daily life and evolving economy of Canada in the 20th century. As part of the standard currency used in everyday transactions, the 1-cent coin played a crucial role in commerce, often serving in small purchases, change, and savings jars throughout the country. It was also a first collectible piece for many young Canadians and remains a nostalgic artifact in the modern era. The reverse side, as seen in the image, showcases the iconic maple leaf twig design, which features two maple leaves joined by a single stem, a visual metaphor for unity and strength. This design was first introduced in 1937 and has become one of the most recognizable features on Canadian coins. The initials KG visible to the right of the maple leaves represent George Edward Kruger-Gray, the artist who designed the image. His contribution became a lasting symbol of Canadian identity and pride. The coin bears the date 1981, indicating its year of minting. The obverse side of this coin, not visible in the image, features a right-facing portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by Arnold Match. This design was used on Canadian coins from 1965 through 1989. It depicts the Queen wearing a tiara and includes the inscription Elizabeth Cadua Dage Regina, which is Latin for Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen. This portrait ties the coin to Canada's constitutional monarchy and reinforces its place within the Commonwealth realm. In terms of physical composition, the 1981 Canadian 1-cent coin is made of 95.5% copper, 3% tin, and 1.5% zinc, giving it its distinctive reddish tone. The coin weighs approximately 2.8 grams, slightly lighter than older versions, and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters and a thickness of about 1.45 millimeters. The edge of the coin is plain, which is typical for this denomination. In 1981, the Royal Canadian Mint produced over 939 million 1-cent coins, which makes this year one of the more common dates in the series. However, collectors may still be interested in high-grade uncirculated examples, proof-like coins, or those with minting errors such as double dies, misalignments, or die cracks. These varieties can command a premium in the numismatic market. While the face value of the coin remains 1 cent, its collector value can range from a few cents in circulated condition to a few dollars in mint state, especially if certified by a reputable coin grading service. The historical value of these coins increased significantly after Canada discontinued the penny in 2013, citing the high cost of production and low purchasing power. On February 4, 2013, the Royal Canadian Mint officially ceased distribution of pennies, and the country moved to a rounding system for cash transactions. This effectively ended the penny's role in everyday commerce and turned coins like the 1981 cent into relics of a previous era. The 1981 Canadian 1-cent coin, like others from its era, also reflects the economic and political conditions of the time. The early 1980s in Canada were marked by inflation, rising interest rates, and a shifting manufacturing economy. Despite these challenges, the Canadian identity was being reinforced in part through its coinage, which remained rich in national symbols. The maple leaf, perhaps the most enduring symbol of Canada, appears not only on the penny but also on the national flag, government logos, and military insignia. Its use on the coin served to reinforce national pride at a time when Canada was asserting its independence more clearly on the global stage. Beyond economics and symbolism, this coin also holds personal stories. Many Canadians recall picking up pennies from the ground, dropping them into piggy banks, or tossing them into fountains for wishes. Pennies from 1981 have passed through millions of hands, used in simple purchases from candy to newspapers, each transaction a tiny story in the broader tapestry of Canadian life. Today, collectors preserve them not just for their metal or design but for the memories and meaning they carry, whether displayed in albums, tucked in drawers, or showcased in antique shops. The 1981 Canadian penny is a reminder of a time when every cent counted literally and figuratively. If you'd like, I can also provide details about current market value, era varieties, or how to grade your coin to check if it has any special collector worth.